What is up, everyone? I hope everyone's enjoying another new day so far. Still too early to tell whether or not it's going to be a beautiful day. But let's take it on. This might be a little disturbing.
And I'm quitting medicine.
Over 40% of doctors regret their career choice. I really just feel like a failure. I'm a 33-year-old ENT surgeon, and I'm leaving medicine for good.
I left my job as a primary care doctor after nearly 8 years of working for a big hospital system. GPs in this country are set up to fail.
There's a lot of controversy around this. The medical industry in the world has changed dramatically, and not in a good way for doctors and healthcare providers. Don't do it.
So I've recently done a video covering how some nurses are not happy with the profession, and it showed the different types of things that they're experiencing in the medical field. And since then, it's been brought to my attention that there are also a lot of physicians that are also not happy. And today I want to go ahead and share some of those stories with you so you can see what doctors are also saying.
So
Yeah.
clearly, we are not talking enough about how people are leaving medicine. I graduated medical school over 10 years ago, and a couple of my classmates did not go on into residency. And even those who did, a bunch of them no longer practice. Why do you think we talk so much about physician burnout, how terrible the U.S. healthcare system is, insurance companies, reimbursement cuts, educational debt, how awful the culture of medicine is, especially when you are a female with a family? And I get it, it is shocking.
Our healthcare system is getting as bad as Canada. Interesting.
What's the show?
Turned up nose. This guy calls it the who knows. Me? I've got the hook. I've kind of got a. You can see my nose shape. Mine isn't turned up like that. I want you to watch this clip with me real quick that I recorded. This occurred yesterday. Just spotted a road rage incident. Coming out of Lowe's, getting my wrench. Which, speaking of the devil, yeah. A road rage incident occurred outside of the Lowe's. Oh my god. Holy crap, look how much she's changed. You can definitely tell it's plastic surgery. These women need to stop doing that.
Oh my god, what's that show called? The Boys. She looked so good before. She was cute. And then she ruined it.
Yeah, she really did look good before.
Women swapping out their community for something a bit more
That's not Fanny.
Wow.
It's Fanny Ford who did that.
You guys to hear this, because that's kind of a dumb statement when I heard him say it earlier. What the? Really? I hate it when this thing does this.
behind the scenes. She was struggling.
These get them, they get it the worst, dude.
As a child star, appearing in movies and TV shows like Camp Rock, Barney and Friends, and Sunny with a Chance.
Hey, I'm Jimmy Lovato from Camp Rock.
I don't know about y'all, I used to tear up some Barney, but Barney was my dude when I was a kid, man.
Behind the scenes, she was struggling with something that not even a lot of adults can handle. From eating disorders to
I was about to say, didn't she have eating disorders? And then she was like,
She didn't have any issue with drugs. She did have an eating disorder. And she's bipolar. She has bipolar disorder, everyone. Drug addiction. That was actually Lindsay Lohan.
mess, I'm doing all this. It's tough being a millionaire, right?
I don't understand why they're doing this to themselves.
First of all, everybody said
I just don't get it.
the lips of a fish. All over everybody has the same eyebrows, and all of this combined with those epic just makes everybody.
Why is it these celebrity women are changing their appearance like this when their old looks are the looks they had before is part of what made them so popular. I mean, come on. It's not just they looked so good before. Most of it looks, especially Selena, who definitely does not look like the same person anymore. They looked so much better before they had plastic surgery. Jenna Ortega looks like a freaking looks like a malnourished vampire now. I mean, come on. And why do they have to keep getting all these lip injections? Seriously, what is the point?
Creepy. In my opinion, a lot of these people look like the Crimson Chin.
It's just not pretty. It's for the sake of
Crimson Chin is a character from the Fairly Odd Parents, guys. Look at her. Look at her. Look at that. Her face doesn't even look real.
Dude, the filters. The filters are bad right now.
Filters.
And the problem is, even on Snapchat, TikTok, almost
Their faces do not look real
on yourself, you have
because of those stupid filters.
choice anymore, where you have the filter on. Like the filter
You see.
is always on, so everybody thinks they're getting this heightened sense of what they really look like. Or on yourself, you have a filter face. Like you don't even have a choice anymore.
That's a real.
You have the filter on. Like the filter's almost always on, so everybody thinks they're getting this heightened sense of what they really
Yeah.
look like. Like these high glam. He's like
Look at this.
20, I don't know how old he is, but he talks about this stuff
Hold on.
so much, and I feel like it's giving the wrong message for younger guys. Like thinking you have to do this.
They look the same. They literally look the same, guys.
What's the surgery, Max? The
Jaw surgery.
oh, yeah, you're gonna break your jaw.
Yeah, dude's already got a good jaw.
Come on, they even have the same eyes. The only difference with this one here,
Appreciate it. Oh,
she's not wearing that.
1 second. How do
She's not wearing the same eyeliner. That's the only difference. But they all look the same.
That's strong. That's the difference between me and the average.
I don't. Just watch this, guys.
Oh, he's back.
there gets no turn signal again.
Really? That's a great way to cause an accident.
Again. I hope the Dodge. No.
Good meme, though.
Dodge Ram too.
Despite being a red painted plater, I consistently seem to be the only competent driver on the road at any given moment. For
That's what it feels like for a lot of people.
Indicating is not optional. At the risk of sounding like a Karen, you
This
can't
is-
just swerve into
This
the
is what it feels like for all the good drivers at this point. Because there's so many bad drivers nowadays. If you don't use your turn signals, you're a bad driver.
you want without
And that's just one of the-
assume you're having
that's
to
just
drive.
one of the things that makes you a bad driver.
Like to become a BMW owner, you have to prove that you failed the driving test at least 3 times, because how are these people on the road?
Look at this guy. He almost caused an accident.
Signals become optional because I must have missed a memo.
The people who I find the most strange are the ones who use it when they turn left and right, but not when they merge lanes or change lanes.
Yeah.
Like, what? If anything, that's the most important way to use your signal or blinker, when you merge lanes or change lanes. These lights are one of the only ways you can communicate with other drivers and let them know what you're about to do. Every time you don't use your blinkers, you might as well be asking everyone else on the road to become mind readers and then predict what you're about to do. It's not a courtesy like saying bless you or giving up your chair for the elderly. Yet
And then there's something else I'm going to ask you to see here.
exit, okay? Just get off at the next one and turn around.
Yeah, hold on. Back one.
Just get off at the next exit and turn around. First drivers, let's talk about the people who would rather die than miss their exit on the highway.
How much signal I need to cut across 8 lane? None? I turn now. Good luck, everybody else.
Swerving 3 lanes, no turn signal, all at once to try to make their exit. Are you kidding me? Like, it's okay, Johnny. You're not gonna die if you're 5 minutes late, okay? Just get off at the next exit and turn around. In fact, you're
Yeah.
probably more likely to die, or at least endangering your life and
Yeah.
other people around you by swerving 4 lanes on the highway trying
Yep.
to make that exit with no turn signal.
Yep.
Too. This is another one of those driving behaviors that I've never understood. Seriously, how do people think that this is a good idea? The worst thing that's going to happen is that you're 5 or 10 minutes late. Unless you're an ambulance and literally seconds would save someone's life, I don't want to see you in your 2000 Honda Accord swerving 5 lanes trying to get to your exit, okay? Just get off at the next one and turn around.
Look at this. Look what happened. Literally caused the truck to flip on its side. And then that truck almost jackknifed. Because this idiot could not just go to the next exit and turn around. Seriously, what's an extra 5 minutes? Come
In the
on.
grand scheme of things, you have to ask yourself, is saving 5 minutes or 10 minutes worth risking it all for? I feel like some people get so...
No, it's not. Nothing is worth risking everything for like that.
vehicles going 120 kilometers per hour.
That's another
I know
problem.
some people
120
in
kilometers an hour,
traffic-
guys. That's, let's see here. 100 kilometers is 62 miles an hour. 100 kph. So 120 kph. 74.565 miles per hour. Basically 75 miles an hour. Which technically you are allowed to do on the interstate here in America. But be careful about that. California will not let you do it. That's the only state that won't let you do that.
And it's not that serious. Sure, there's some bad drivers, but come on. And to those people, I say almost 1.2 million people die each year in road traffic crashes. And between 20
Yeah.
to 50 million more suffer from non-fatal injuries. And in the United States...
And I'm one of the folks that suffered a non-fatal injury. My entire right arm was useless. As you guys will remember. You saw me you guys still remember me having to wear all those bandages. I could not use my hand. It was swollen so bad. Now this, guys, that's actually a second-degree burn. That's bearable. It's not my first time having one of those. First time I ever got one, I was little. I hadn't even started school yet. But this entire arm, it still has a scar right here by my wrist. I still have a scar on my head somewhere. Forgot exactly where it's at. So let's see if I can find it through my phone camera. Oh wow, already found it. Let's see here. Right here, guys, where my finger is. That's where a piece of the windshield literally cut it. But thankfully, it wasn't deep. But I'm actually an example of what bad driving can do. I actually am a pretty good example of that. Of what bad driving can actually do to you. The risk that it poses. I should have been dead. Because the entire side of the truck that I was on, the pickup truck, was crushed. The entire roof was crushed. I don't know how my old roommate was able to get the strength to open that door like that. I couldn't even see out the window on my side anymore. It was that bad. But that much of the window was still open. The rest was just the crushed bits of interior and metal. Oh, and broken glass. So I'm going to say this again. Use your turn signals. Stop swerving out of nowhere like so many of these younger drivers do. Just if you're going to miss an exit, just take the next one and turn around. It's really not that hard. Another thing I forgot about. Distracted driving. People often want to mess with their phones or mess with their center consoles, or the center screens and stuff like that while driving. Don't. You're literally going to cause an accident doing that. You're literally going to either crash into someone or they're going to crash into you. Which also is a risk to people's lives. Yeah, let's see here. I forgot the number they said in this. How many people die in car crashes per year worldwide? Per year worldwide. I hate it when my phone acts like this. Look at that. 1.35 million people die in car crashes every year. Every year. And usually it's related to distracted driving, not using turn signals and stuff like that. Just basically people not knowing how to drive. And then there's the fact that a lot of driver's tests have been watered down, making the situation worse. So, let me point something out to you. So let me say this now. Read the signs. Read the road signs, especially the speed limit ones. If you see orange signs, that's construction. Switch lanes. To make a turn signal, you need to be in the lane that you're going to be. You need to be in the lane closest to where you're turning. Use your turn signal to do that. Use it to change lanes. Use it to turn. Use it to merge onto the interstates. Pay attention to the road, not your phone, not your center screens. This clip is actually funny. So let's watch this.
Driving off, doors still open, these people.
Oh, look at that.
Just because you're a chick, it doesn't mean you're exempt from consequences.
He doesn't know how to pronounce that name, but I do. That's Massachusetts.
5 minutes later.
Massachusetts liberal rushes out to film ice but forgets to put a car in park.
And look what happened.
That is funny.
She lost her car. That's actually funny. Karma literally bit her in the ass.
Her car got lost. This next Karen is
Yep.
the boss of unemployed activities.
That's what she gets. I can't stop laughing at these. I'm watching a bunch of hilarious scare cams. Hilarious jump scares. That one wasn't quite as good. Look at that cat's face. Oh, that was hilarious. Oh. Oh. Now that was hilarious. Oh, there's tears coming to my eyes from all that laughing. Oh. Alright guys, the next time you're going to see me is tonight after work. Because I have to be at work at 11. And again, I'm not taking my bike. That's staying here. The bike will only be for DoorDash runs until I can get a lock for it. Alright everyone, I just got back from work. Oh, interesting little detail. I'm looking at a 40-hour work week this week. Which means I'm actually going to be getting my biggest paycheck yet from them. But this is a one-time thing for every year. So... yeah. Alrighty. Combine of 500. Yeah. 535.05 before tax. This week I'm looking at 580. Which means I'm going to be getting over 1,000. I'm probably going to be getting a lot closer to 1,000 on my paycheck. Which also means I might be able to get my new camera. And get this one repaired. So I'm actually going to make my money back a lot sooner than I thought I would. Actually, come to think of it, I'm going to make some of that money back on my DoorDash runs on Friday. Because as it turns out, I'm working tomorrow. And Saturday. And by the looks of it, I believe Sunday. Ooh. Hold on. Let me do this calculation right. Because my because it's hardly ever anywhere near as much, quite the amount I expect. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure I'm getting charged more likely hold on. Federal income, which mine is about 10%. 3.2. number? Alrighty. Yeah. My paycheck should be at minimum 900. At most, $1,096. Biggest paycheck I've ever gotten from Taco Bell. Another thing I'm gonna use this bike for, going out for rides every time I get home and after I eat. So I'm gonna head out for a ride. I have to be careful about where I ride it because it is dark after all. I really wore myself out riding this thing earlier. Wow. It's been a while since I've ridden a bike. I've been watching this. Yeah. Anyways, guys, seeing as I have to work again tomorrow, I'm gonna let you go here.
Thank you.